Hi yogis! This is going to be my third video now in my working from home series, and today we're going to be doing a class that's focused on the wrists. If you're working from home and at a computer and typing all day, you can definitely build up a lot of tension in your hands and wrists and maybe not even realize it throughout the day. So this is going to be a short practice. We'll aim for about 10 minutes just to loosen up your wrists and help you to release some tension there. So like my other working from home classes, I'm going to share a working from home tip, just something that I found to be helpful for me working from home. So today's tip is dress for success, at least from the waist up. There's definitely a temptation if you're working from home to be wearing pajamas all day, or at least comfy sweats or something like that. But I found that I'm definitely a lot more productive if I'm at least wearing, it can still be comfortable, but something like a sweater and maybe leggings, just to feel a little bit more put together. And of course, if you have a conference call or something like that, you don't want to be wearing pajamas. So dressing for success, at least from the waist up. And, at least wearing something for pants. You don't want to be, wearing your nice blazer on top and you're on a call and your cat knocks something down and you need to run over to retrieve it and realize you're not wearing pants and then you're on the screen. So that being said, hopefully you're wearing something at least comfy enough that you can practice some yoga, and we will get started with our short practice for our wrists. We're going to get started in a comfortable seated position. Taking a moment to settle, and then on your next inhale, sweep your arms up over your head. And exhaling, let the arms settle to your sides. Inhaling, arms reach up tall. And exhaling, relaxing the arms down. One more big breath in, extending the spine long. And then exhale, relaxing the hands down. Now interlacing the fingers, press the hands out, let your head drop and slightly round the back. And then on your inhale, pull your hands towards your chest and look up. Exhaling, pressing away with your palms, rounding the back. Inhaling, heart pulls through. A few more times moving with your breath, almost like a cat-cow with your spine. And now switching the interlacing of the hands, press your hands up again, extending tall. On your next exhale, tip over to the right, finding a side stretch. Really pressing those hands away from you to find length in your side. Rise up through center and look up, and then tip over to the left, looking up. And taking a few deep breaths into your side body, and then slowly rise up and let your hands fall to your sides. From here, we'll make our way to tabletop, stacking shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. And then just shifting the weight forward and back a few times over your wrists, keeping your core engaged and your back flat. And then if you'd like a little bit more of a challenge, you can lift your knees to hover just about an inch off of the mat, keeping strong in your core and back, and again, just shifting the weight forward and back over your hands. And then dropping the knees, sitting back all the way to child's pose. And then rounding the back, coming forward to a plank on your knees, and then coming even further, shoulders over wrists. Sitting back to child's pose. And then rounding forward through a plank and shoulders passing the wrists. A few more times, moving with your breath forward and back. And then we'll come back to tabletop and take the hands to face the edges of the mat. You can even take your hands a bit wider than the mat so that you have more space. And then just swaying side to side, bending into one elbow and then the other, stretching through the shoulders and the wrists. And then we'll come back to a neutral tabletop. And this time turn the hands back to face your fingertips towards your knees. And again, just swaying forward and back, shifting the weight over the hands, stretching into the backs of the wrists. And then we'll take our last wrist stretch here, and this one can be very intense, so make sure you ease into it and only go as far as feels comfortable. We'll come onto the backs of the hands, and you can just do one hand at a time if that's a good place for you to start. And again, shifting the weight forward and back. And then flipping over the hands, we'll come back through a neutral tabletop and then make our way back to kneel. And from here, interlacing the fingers, we'll just roll the wrists in circles a few times, keeping the forearms glued together, making sure to go in both directions. And then from here, just bringing the palms together. On your next breath in, sweep your arms up and extend up to kneel. And exhaling, hands to heart, sitting back. Inhaling, rise up. Exhale, sitting back to your heels. Inhaling, arms sweep up, extend. And then exhaling, just bringing your hands to your heart. And then from here, bringing your hands to the ground, we'll step the feet out, and we're just going to meet in a wide-legged forward fold. Toes pointing forward, bring your hands to your hips, and then very slowly rise up to stand. From here, interlacing the fingers behind your back, gaze up, and then slowly fold forward. Allow your head and your neck to relax completely and the hands to come forward, feeling the stretch in your upper back. And then slowly rising back up, releasing the hands. And then we'll interlace the fingers the other way, so taking the opposite pinky in front. And we'll take one more forward fold, so slowly letting your head drop, hands coming forward, feeling the stretch in your shoulders, your chest. And then we'll rise back up very slowly. And then inhaling, sweep both arms up. Exhale, pivot the right foot, and we're coming to Warrior Two. Inhaling, sweeping back up. Exhaling, Warrior Two, pressing the hands out. Inhaling up. And exhaling, pressing the hands away from you. One more time. And press away. Now rising up through center, we'll pivot the other way, so left foot. And a few times again, coming up on your inhale, and exhaling, pressing the hands away from you in Warrior Two. Moving with your breath, really thinking about pressing the hands away, almost like you're pushing against walls. And then on your next exhale, coming through Warrior Two and cartwheeling the hands down, framing the foot and stepping back to plank. And from here, we'll shift the weight forward and back over the hands a few times. And then dropping down to the knees, doing the same thing here, again, really engaging the core and keeping your back flat. And the next time that your shoulders are over your wrists, we're going to take a few chaturanga push-ups. So hugging your elbows in so they brush against your sides, lower halfway down, and then press up. A few more times, hugging the elbows in, lowering halfway, and rise up, and lowering down, all the way to the mat. From here, coming onto fingertips, we'll take a little cobra, so lifting the head, lifting the heart, and then dropping the head down, rising again, and relax. One more time, lifting the head, lifting the heart, Slowly lower. And then bringing the hands to the ground, coming up a little higher or all the way to upward dog. And then back, downward facing dog. Maybe bending into the knees, walking out side to side, really pressing into your hands to lengthen your spine. And then rising to your toes, take a deep bend in your knees and look forward, and slowly walk forward on your toes, keeping your weight in your hands. From here, we'll just take the hands under the feet, so you're stepping on the palms, taking a deep forward fold, allowing your head and neck to relax. And then maybe bending into one knee and then the other, shifting the weight side to side. And from here, bending the knees, we're going to sit all the way down, bringing the feet together and finding a butterfly pose. We'll take one final forward fold here. So taking the hands behind you, palms together, and if you can, fingertips facing up and the shoulders come back for reverse prayer. Taking a big breath in, heart lifts up, and then slowly fold, letting your head and your neck relax. And then very slowly rise back up, releasing the hands, coming to cross-legged or whatever your most comfortable seated position is. Hands resting on your knees or thighs, palms facing up. And closing the eyes or relaxing the gaze, we'll take just a moment here in complete stillness, taking a few full, deep breaths, and allowing the benefits of this practice to sink in so that you can carry them with you for the rest of your day. And with each breath in, filling up with light and energy, and with each breath out, letting go of anything that you wish to leave behind. Taking 2 or 3 more of these deep and full breaths. And then very slowly, as you're ready, you can blink open the eyes, waking up to return to your day, hopefully feeling more relaxed and at ease. Thank you for practicing with me, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.